Hello, this is Molly Billy in ATM 101 class. My observation station is outside my front yard located at 60.80422 degrees north, 161.78377 degrees west facing north. I am reporting on a week's of weather observation from January 26 through January 30, 2020. I will be comparing my weather observations with the National Weather Service. My observation station is surrounded by houses and roads. My yard is on a flat area positioned on the northeast part of Bethel's center area. Bethel is 50 miles upriver from where the river flows into Kuskokwim Bay. The Kuskokwim River is south from my observation station, and the Killbuck Mountains are further east of Bethel, with a distance of 64.5 miles. We had cold spells the week of January 26 through January 30, with temperature dipping to the double-digit negatives. As you can see, my air temperature the first 3 days of my minimum and maximum temperatures are odd due to indoor temperature effect. I meant to take it out after each recording of collecting my readings, but the cold weather kept me indoors by the wood stove. On day 1 of my recording, the temperature kicks off below minus 10 degrees Fahrenheit, and as the days progress within a week, it slightly dips down in the middle of the week to negative 26 degrees Fahrenheit. The temperature gradually climbs on day 4, when the temperature rose to 7 degrees. So while at my observation station from January 26 through January 30, 2020, I retrieved my daily temperature reading various times from 3 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Starting on day 1, January 26, Sunday at 15:25 hours, that is 3:25 p.m. in the afternoon, my maximum temperature read 61.5 degrees Fahrenheit with minimum temperatures of minus 18 degree Fahrenheit. Remember, the 61.5 degrees Fahrenheit is due to indoor temperature effect. My left probe read minus 12.4 degrees and the right probe read minus 12.3 degrees. We had clear skies throughout the day with wind coming from 332 degrees north with Beaufort number 5. The pressure read at 1009 millibars and the precipitation was at 0. With the National Weather Service, in the red line here, at 15:53 p.m. it was minus 8 degrees Fahrenheit with wind blowing from 340 degrees north northwest to southeast at 18 miles per hour. The pressure read at 1009 millibars, which matched with my pressure reading. The humidity was at 71% with a precipitation at 0. Looking at the map on January 26, 2020 from the National Weather Service shows lows in most part of Alaska with lows at 984 millibars below south central Alaska with occluded front, which cold air overtakes warm air or vice versa. The highs are above west central with 1034 millibars. The Arctic, the interior, and north of west central Alaska, there are fogs with snow in the interior. As you can see, southern part of West Central, there are no clouds in sight. On day 2, January 27, Monday at 19:01 hours, that is 7:01 p.m., my maximum temperature read at 58.2 degrees Fahrenheit due to indoor temperature effect, with minimum temperatures of minus 23.1 degrees Fahrenheit. My left probe read minus 22.7 degrees and the right probe read minus 22.2 degrees Fahrenheit. We had clear skies throughout the day with wind coming from 340 degrees north, Beaufort number 4. The pressure read at 1006 millibars and the precipitation was at 0. The National Weather Service at 18:53 hours, that is 6:53 p.m., it was minus 16 degrees Fahrenheit with winds blowing from 340 degrees north, northwest to south, southeast at 15 miles per hour. The pressure read at 1011.9 millibars, which I was down by 5.9 millibars. The humidity was at 66% with a precipitation at 0. Looking at the map on January 27, 2020 from the National Weather Service shows highs on the northern Arctic region at 1023 millibars and for Cook Inlet, Copper River Basin, and South Central region, they have a low at 979 millibars with a stationary front. Boundary between warm and cold air has little or no movement. The West Central region is cold with wind blowing. On day 3, January 28, at 18:58 hours at 6:58 p.m., my maximum temperatures were at 58.2 degrees Fahrenheit due to indoor temperature effect, with minimum temperatures of minus 32.1 degrees Fahrenheit. My left probe read minus 26 degrees and the right probe read minus 27 degrees Fahrenheit. We had clear skies throughout the day with wind coming from 340 degrees north, northwest, Beaufort number 4. The pressure read at 995 millibars and the precipitation was at 0. The National Weather Service at 18:53 hours, that is 6:53 p.m., it was minus 19 degrees Fahrenheit with winds blowing from 340 degrees north, northwest to south, southeast at 18 miles per hour. The pressure read at 1001.7 millibars, which I was down by 6.7 millibars. The humidity was at 62% with a precipitation at 0. Looking at the map on January 28, 2020 from the National Weather Service shows highs at 1026 millibars above the Arctic region and with lows south of South Central with stationary front and with warm front approaching warm air and cooler air. For the West Central region, we have trough, low pressure with snow expected to north, east, south, and west of Bethel. On day 4, January 29, at 1916 hours, that is 7:16 p.m., my maximum temperature at minus 17.6 degrees Fahrenheit with a minimum temperature of minus 20.4 degrees Fahrenheit. My left probe read minus 19.5 degrees and the right probe read minus 21 degrees Fahrenheit. We had clear skies throughout the day with wind coming from 344 degrees north, Beaufort number 5. The pressure read at 989 millibars and the precipitation was at 0. The National Weather Service at 1853 hours, that is 6:53 p.m., it was minus 18 degrees Fahrenheit with winds blowing from 320 degrees northwest to southeast at 18 miles per hour. The pressure read at 994.3 millibars, which I was down by 5.3 millibars. The humidity was at 74% with a precipitation at 0. Looking at the map on January 29, 2020 from the National Weather Service shows lows at 961 millibars with warm front moving forward interior, Cook Inlet, South Central, and Copper River Basin with snow expected. Below Southwest Islands, there are expected snows as well with cold front moving down. In the West Central region area, it is colder as skies are clear. On day 5, January 30, Thursday at 17:27 hours, that is 5:27 p.m., my maximum temperature at minus 17 degrees Fahrenheit with minimum temperatures of minus 19.6 degrees Fahrenheit. My left probe read minus 19.5 degrees and the right probe read minus 21.9 degrees Fahrenheit. We had clear skies throughout the day with wind coming from 299 northwest degrees north, Beaufort number 2. The pressure read at 999 millibars. The National Weather Service at 18:53 hours, that is 6:53 p.m., it was minus 16 degrees Fahrenheit with wind blowing from 310 degrees northwest to southeast at 12 miles per hour. The pressure at 1004.1 millibars, which I was down to 5.1 millibars. The humidity was at 73% with a precipitation at 0. Looking at the map on January 30, 2020 from the National Weather Service shows lows at 980 millibars below Cook Inlet, South Central, Copper River Basin with stationary front boundary between warm and cold air that has little or no movement. Below West Central and above Southwest Islands, there are trough boundary of low pressure. On January 26, it was at a high at 1009 millibars on day 1 with a National Weather Service reading. It read 1009 millibars, similar to my reading. On day 2, January 27, the pressure dips considerably to 1006 millibars, and with National Weather reading, it read 11.9 millibars, which I was down by 5.9 millibar different from mine. On day 3, January 28, the pressure was 995 millibars during the middle of the week as the temperature drops to minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit, and with National Weather Service reading it had 1001.7 degrees millibars. Sorry, not degrees, but millibars, which I was down by 6.7 millibars different from mine. On day 4, January 29, the pressure was 989 millibars, and with National Weather Service reading, it had 996.4 millibars, which is 7.4 different from mine. On the last day of the reading, day 5, January 30, the pressure was 999 millibars, and with National Weather Service rating, it had 1004.1 millibars, which I was down to 5.1 millibars different from mine. My readings were off by 5.1 to 7.4 millibars, and I believe it has to do with where my observation station is located around houses.